I had some work in the Hague today, and after finishing everything up, I suddenly had the best feeling in the world. Guess what? Free time! And instead of immediately getting on a train back home, we decided to properly explore the Hague. Because every time I come here, I somehow only see stations and office buildings. Today, we are fixing that. One thing about us exploring cities is that we rarely have a strict plan. Our strategy is mostly walk, see something interesting, get distracted, and then repeat it all over again. And honestly, it works.
I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love, moving through me like a wildfire.
This is the Noordinde Palace, one of the working palaces of the Dutch royal family. And I still find it funny how in the Netherlands you can just accidentally walk past royal buildings while someone cycles by carrying groceries.
Never the same. Never you calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand.
Nearby, we walked through the French Garden area near the Council of State. Very pretty, very peaceful. Very, I should sit here and suddenly become the type of person who journals.
I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels
The park was so pretty, but at this point, I had accepted that this day was basically turning into cardio with scenery.
like a wildfire.
And then we walked towards the Peace Palace. And all I have to say is, wow, this might actually be one of the prettiest palaces I've ever seen. It looks unreal. Actually looked magnificent. This place houses international courts and organizations focused on peace and justice, which already makes it important. But visually, it looked like somebody asked, what if we made a castle but make it very dramatic? We also saw the eternal flame nearby and stayed there way longer than planned. You know, those places where you keep saying, okay, now we leave, and then continue standing there for another 15 minutes? Yeah, just that.
We into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love, moving through me like a wildfire. Like a wildfire.
Eventually, we peeled ourselves away and kept walking through quieter streets toward the old center. One thing I noticed about The Hague is that it changes personality every 10 minutes. Once you have government buildings, and then fancy streets, and then you have old architecture, and somehow shopping areas, and then repeat.
I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand.
Then we reached Binnenhof. This place is basically Dutch politics headquarters, but somehow still looks beautiful. It's one of the oldest parliament complexes still being used in the world, which feels slightly unfair because our government buildings could never look this pretty.
Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
After that, we decided to wander through more shopping streets because we thought maybe our legs still had some energy left, but I was starting to disagree. Eventually, we made our way back to a Den Haag HS station. Tired, slightly sunburned, successful. And honestly, today reminded me that sometimes the best city trips happen after the plans are finished. You just walk around, take random turns, find places you didn't expect to love, and somehow end up with a really good day. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for spending the day with us, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.